The Lyric Building in Virginia, Minnesota was saved from the wrecking ball, secured from deterioration, and is ready for reconstruction of the historic storefront so we can get people in and out. Your contribution will help us do that.
The Iron Range town of Virginia has a fascinating history. Founded in 1892, the city grew quickly during a major logging boom in the region and became a cultural center in the middle of the Northwoods.
Virginia was the entertainment community in the region.
So besides the bars downtown, there was a need for entertainment. No televisions, no radios, so there were quite a few theaters in Virginia at that time.
Giant white pine sawmills sprang up in Virginia, and the population grew rapidly. Two major fires destroyed the downtown district, one in 1893 and another in 1900. Those fires did little to slow the growth, although they did spur building changes.
Like all of our buildings on the main street of Virginia, after the second fire in 1900, the city demanded that anything down here was masonry.
Hundreds of men from the logging camps and iron mines needed a place to be entertained, and Virginia became that place.
There was quite a variety. They weren't all open at the same time, so some would come, some would go, some burned down. But it was a cultural hub for the area.
From 1900 to the year 1910, the city grew from 3,000 to more than 10,000 residents.
People who came here, they were recruited from across the world to come here for their mining or their timbering skills, and in other parts of the world, and still to some extent, theater, opera, music, dance, those are the entertainment things.
There were different languages, different styles of performance. Some were just for local musicians, and some catered more to maybe the body side of what the gentlemen in the boarding houses wanted to see. It was built in 1911 and opened in January of 1912 to rave reviews. It cost about $50,000 to build the facility.
The 500-seat facility was home to the Lyric Opera Company, and it also hosted traveling performers.
The Lyric Center, or the Lyric Opera House as it was known then, was on a vaudeville circuit that went from Milwaukee to Duluth to here in Virginia and then up to Winnipeg.
The exciting days of vaudeville were in decline by the late 20s as the cost of travel and the popularity of Hollywood movies pushed live performance from the limelight. In 1930, the Lyric was converted for motion pictures and renamed the State Theater.
The original designs of the Lyric Building provided access to the theater and commercial storefronts. Over the years, after the theater closed, interior space was adapted for retail use and doors were removed. To bring back the Lyric for use as a center for the arts, building codes require us to reconstruct doorways for circulating people, accessibility, and egress in the event of an emergency. Your support of this project will help us get the doors back in so we can continue renovation and expand use of interior spaces to grow our programs.
Concept designs from architects specializing in historic theater renovation have excited many in the community.
Just watching people's faces when they walk in there, as it is right now, which is nowhere near as clean as what these pictures look like. But they just get excited that there is that potential in our community for performance space.
Renovating and reopening the classic old opera house would bring the city of Virginia full circle. Back to a time when the Queen City of the North was an entertainment and cultural center for the working men and women of the Iron Range.
Thank you for your support of the Lyric Center storefront reconstruction project through your donation on Preservation Funder.